in the form of swara only. It is there in Vedas. It is sware gandharo muttam. It is most hidden inside, and swarecha sarvam trilokyam. That swaram alone is existing all these three words. And swaro matrak swarupakaha, the God himself is swaraswarupaka. So here pranava sarveshu sarva vedeshu means the swaram and the wisdom in all the Vedas. That wisdom or Om, that Om not by uttering Om, that is akara, ukara, makara, that is combination of these three syllables by taking your life force upwards inside only. That is Pranavam, that is Omkaram, that is there in Vedas. That can be known here by our ears. So Pranava Sarvedesha Shabda K, the sound will be of the Akasam, space. When an airplane is going and creating sound means that is going through the space. When you are hearing sound means that indicate that space, Akasam is there. So Pranava say, K Shabda Paurusham Rushu, that is the virility of the men, that is the strength of the men is also me. So this is about the other subject. Punyo Gantha Pradhavyamcha. I am the beautiful, the fragrance of the earth also. So here he is mentioning about the nose. Initially he has mentioned about the taste, tongue and ears and eyes. Now he is mentioning about the nose. Punyo gandha prudhuvyancha. You know, when during summer, if a small drizzle comes, naturally you will be seeing vapors immediately after the rain or the surface of the earth with heat vapors. That heat vapors will be smelling. That is called the punyo gandha of the earth. Punyo gandha pradhivyancha. That is a beautiful sweet smell that can be perceived by an ordinary person during that after drizzle. So punyo gandha pradhivyancha. Prabhasmi sesisu punyo gandha pradhivyancha tejaschasmi vibhavaso. This vibhavaso means that is fire, Agni, the illumination, the brilliance of the fire, that is the heat of the fire that can be perceived by the skin. So whatever you perceive through the skin, tongue, ears, nose and eyes, all are me only. Punyo gantha pradhivyancha tejaschasmi vibhavaso. Jevanam sarvabhuteshu tapaschasmi tapashvishu. So I am the life of every being. I am the life of every being. Tapaschasmi tapashvishu. So whoever do penance, I am the essence of that penance. I am me only. And bijam sarvabhutanam vidhi padha sanatanam buddhir buddhimtamasya Tejasvinamaham. Here also he is mentioning everything. That is Bijam Vam Vidhi Padha Sanatanam Sarvabhutanam. I am the seed of every being. That means from me only every living being is coming into creation. Bijam Mam Vidhi Padha Sanatanam. Bijam Mam Sarvabhutanam Vidhi Padha Sanatanam. I am eternal. So from my eternal nature only, all these beings are emerged out in the form of creation. And buddhimatamasmi. I am the intellect of all the intellects. I am the greatest intellect than all these intellects. Tejasvinamaham. I am the splendor of the splendid. Whatever the strength or whatever the brilliance, whatever the splendor is there for anybody, I am the splendor of the splendids. Here Tejasva means the essence of the strength of anybody. I am that only. In that way he is telling balam tamasmi raga dvesha vivarjitam dharmo aviriddo bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. This is also very important. He is telling that is balam tamasmi. That means I am the strength of the strengthy people. kama raga vivarjitam, those who are devoid of these dualities, that is desire and hatred and aversion, kama raga vivarjitam, those who are devoid of all these dualities, the people who are devoid of these dualities, that strength is I am. That strength, what is that strength? Dharmo aviruddho bhutoshmi kamoshmi bhartarshava. I am that desire, I am that desire, I am that kamam, that is not against the dharma, that is there in every living being. Dharmo aviruddho bhutosmi kamoshmi bhartarshava. So, rest of the desires are I am not me. Only thing is that desire which is not against dharma means what is that? That is to achieve this spiritual knowledge. How can you achieve? By doing sadhana, that is yogam. By doing sadhana, getting spiritual knowledge, and that is the dharma, the only desire. That is the only desire I am. Rest of the desires I am not at all. But here most of the people they could misunderstand. Say, kami gani vadu, moksha kami gadu. Without enjoying the desires outside, he cannot reach salvation. That in that way, most of the people sambhogam nunchi samadhi varaku, first enjoy with the senses, then only you can go to moksham. Like that, people misunderstood. Here, Paramatma and Bhagavan Vedavyasa says in Mahabharatam, says, Kama bandhana me vedam nanyat asti iha bandhanam kama bandhana muktohi neha bhuyo abhijayate. This is also clearly is mentioning kama bandhana me vedam. That means the desire only is the bondage. Na anyat asti iha bandhanam. There is nothing apart from this desire. So whatever thing you are bonded is by this desire only. That desire is outside desire, except that desire that is aspiring for salvation, that is the only genuine desire. Rest of the desires are bonded only. They will give you bonded only. You will be bonded with these desires. Kama bandhana me vedam na anyat asti iha bandhanam. Kama bandhana muktohi. If you are separated or liberated from this kamam, neha bhuyo bhujayate, there is no need to be born again. So to be born, if you do any karma outside, that will give you bondage. Suppose if you do little karma, that will give you result. But that desire will never be subsided. If you go on fulfilling the external desires, they will be going on magnifying. That is in Upadesha Saram, Ramana Maharshi says, Kruti Mahadhado Patanakaram Falamasasatam Gati Nirodhakam. He is clearly mentioned that Karmana Vatate Karma. That means whatever the action you do, that will be going on increasing. That like that, if you go on fulfilling the outer desire, that will be going on increasing. Not only increasing, by enjoying that fruit of that karma, that vasana will be there. That vasana again will provoke you to do further karmas. In that way, that they will lead you to rebirth. So this is the fact behind not to do this external karma. If you want to do, or if you are forced to do with yogam. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So, kama bandhana me vedam nanyat asti iha bandhanam kama bandhana muktohi neha bhuyo bhajayate. In like that, there is only one desire. Apart from that, even enjoying sex or any other fulfilling other sensory desires or pleasures, they are all strictly prohibited. But only thing is, you can have to control by inner going only, but not simply by fulfilling or enjoying. If you enjoy, if you are forcibly to do that, that is nobody can avoid it. But to avoid that, you have to go inside. That is the thing, that dharmo aviruddho bhuteshu kameshu bhartarshava. Yechaiva satvika bhava rajasas tamasasye matta yevete tanvidhi natvaham teshte mayi. here he is distinguish between the nature and himself. Paramatma says, Echaiva Satvika Bhava Rajasa Tamasa Saye. There are three gunas, that is Sattvika, Rajasa and Tamo gunas. The Sattvaguna, the qualities of Sattvaguna is Samodamaha. Samodamaha means the restraining of senses, both internal and external. Samamu means internal restraint, and the Dhamma means external restraint. So these are the qualities of Sattvam. The qualities of Rajam is Dambha, Madham. That means there is egoism and envious and hatred, what not, all these Arishat Vargas, they will come under this qualities of Rajogun. The Tamogun, Sokamohas, the simply feeling sorrow, misery and the delusion, that is Moham. So Sokamohas are the qualities of the Tamogunam, and Dambha, Asuya, Dveshas are the qualities of this Rajogunam, and Samadhavas are the qualities of Sattvagunam. All these put together, they are coming from me only, and all are within me, but I am not within them. All are within me only, but I am not at all within them. All the pictures are within the screen only, but the screen is not in the pictures. Like that, Mat Yevete Tanvidhi, you know that they are coming from me only, but I am not at all there in them. That means I am no way connected with that, but they are existing within me only. Trivir Gunar Mair Bhavai Yebhis Sarvavidam Jagat Mohitam Nabhijanati Mamebhyah Paramavyayam. Here also it says, apart from these Trigunas, there is nothing is existing in this world. Trivir Gunar Mair Bhavai Yebhis Sarvamidam Jagat. Entire universe is studded with these three gunas only. Mohitum Nabhajanati. Because of their delusion, nobody could understand that I am beyond. Mohitum Nabhajanati Mamebhyah Paramavyayam. I am beyond, I am imperishable, I am transcendental. But without knowing that I am eternal and beyond this Trigunas, simply these people are behaving in this nature only and worshipping in this nature only, but I am beyond that. Daivi Shesha Gunamayi Mamamaya Durachaya Ma Mevaye Prapajante Maya Metam Tarantite. This is the important slokam. This is the important slokam of Bhagavad Gita, this 7th chapter. This is very important in 7th chapter. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mamamaya Durachaya. This nature, this cosmic nature, my nature is having three gunas. You know, already told that is Sattva Rajas Tamo gunas. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mamamaya Durachaya. It is very, very difficult to cross over this my illusion, my Maya. It is very difficult to cross over my Maya. Ma Vemaye Prapajante Maya Metam Tarantate. One who worships and reaches me only, he alone crosses over my illusion or my Maya. So there is no other alternative just to cross over the Maya and reach me. First you have to pray or worship or whatever the method you adopt, you reach me first, then only you can cross over my Maya. Here scientifically we can say that I am the divine light, the Maya is darkness. So the darkness is my Maya and I am the divine light. Ma mevaye prapajante Maya metam tarantate. One who sees me the divine light, then definitely the darkness immediately vanishes. So this is the science behind this. So without knowing this, most of us, we are trying to fight with this Maya. Nobody can fight. Simply surrender to God and cross over this Maya. So this there is an example. Suppose a master is taming a robust dog, and that dog is there within the premises of his building. When a newcomer comes there, and he will have to face this robust dog that barks, but it will pounce upon him. but even if he fights with it, he cannot win over that dog because it is very robust than him. Simply, if he shout the master, who is there inside, if he shouts the master says that simply by taming word, that dog will crawl, its tail goes inside. So to cross over the Maya, you have to first reach my position, that is ma mevaye prapajjante maya metam taraddate. Here this is there is another example. Suppose there is darkness in the room and there is a matchbox. When you want to remove this darkness, there is no use of doing any other method except the firing, that is lighting the matchbox. If you take the stick of the matchbox and rub over its surface, then you will get light. That with that light, that darkness will disappear. Like that, if you do this churning process of pranayama and get divine light, then only your ignorance or this darkness, this innocence, this illusion, everything will be vanished. When you are in this premises of this illusion, naturally you will be having number of questions. Whatever the answer we give, they will never be satisfied because they are in confusion. When the people are in confusion with little knowledge and in ignorance, whatever the answer we give, they will be never satisfied. But they will be satisfied when only they come to the state of seeing the divine light. By simply seeing divine light, by doing sadhana, there is no question of coming a question. Ultimately, all his questions will be vanished. Namam dushkritano mudha prapajjante naradhama maya abharuta jnana asuram bhavama sritaha. In contrast, those who are doing sadhana, he will worship me first and get devoid of this illusion. But the other people, those who are evil doers, namam dushkritano mudha, they are deluded, they are less ignorant. Namam dushkritano mudha prapajjante naradhama. Naradhama means they are lower human beings with less knowledge. Naradhama maya abharuta jnanam, with their asuram bhavama, with their demonic nature, they will never pray me, they will never worship me. They will be going on seeing this material world. They will try to enjoy the material world only by the senses. In that way, they will never reach me, they will never pray me. So these are the qualities of a yogi. And rasohamapsa kaunte prabhasmisa suryo, that is over. And this chaturvidham bhajante mam jana sukritano jana artho jijnasur ardhadhi jnani cha bharatarshava. Here he is contrasting between the asura prakriti, the demonic people, and the divine sattvic people, that is daivi prakriti people. He is differentiating. Chaturvidham bhajante mam jana sukritano arjuna. There are 4 types of people who are praying. Rest of the people, they are asura prakriti only. These 4 people, what are they? Artho, they are distressed, they are in trouble, they are always restless, their mind is puzzling, they are distressed, but they have got confidence and faith in me, so they will be praying. So they are called Artho. Jijnasu, these people are they are not distressed, but they are also good people. They are trying to know me by simply knowing the theoretical knowledge, simply knowing the Advaita Jnanam theoretically. Out of academic interest, they will try to know me by simply knowing this theoretical knowledge. This theoretical knowledge is also not sufficient, not at all sufficient. That is told in Yoga Sikopanishad. Yogena rahitam jnanam namokshaya bhaved vidhe. This knowledge is also not at all sufficient. Yogen rahitam jnanam namokshaya bhaved vidhe. That's not sufficient for reaching salvation. So here also the distressed people, the jijnasu, that is the people who are interested in knowing me theoretically, and ardharthi. Ardharthi means the wealth seekers. Wealth seekers means they want to know the possessions, they want to know the comforts to be sanctioned by the God. And jnani cha bhartarshava. The fourth one is jnani, that is wise man, that is wisdom, who is the practical sadhaka with wisdom. So these are four varieties of people. Among these four, the first three are they are trying to know about my vibhutis only. That means vibhutis means my possessions, my this sanction of these all riches. All the riches are derived from my nature, that is paraprakriti. That's why they will be going on praying in the terms of whatever the god or goddesses. All these idol worship they will be doing, but mind you, they are all having confidence and faith on me. Confidence and faith on me. But among these four, jnani cha bhartarshava, jnani is supreme. Tesham jnani nityukta ekabhaktir vishishyate priyohi jnanino achabdamaham sachamama priyaha. That is he is telling separately for the jnani. Tesham, among them, jnani nityukta ekabhaktir vishishyate. That jnani is alone is the real bhakta. He is real bhakta. Priyohi jnaninam achabdamaham sachamama priyaha. And he is most exceedingly dear to me. And he is also, I am also dear to him. He is most exceedingly dear to me, and he is also, I am exceedingly dear to him, and he is dear to me. So the jnani, because he is going to mention the next slokam, among these four, the first three they are also devotees, but they are got faith in that. But they are not trying to know exactly what is I am. So they are simply trying to, they are based on the riches or the comforts sanctioned by me, but they are not trying to know me. But the jnani alone trying to know me. Udara sarvayevaiti jnani tvatvaya mematam asta sahiktatma mame van uttamangatim. Udara sarvayevaite. Among these four, all these four are no doubt they are noble persons. They are also great people. They are, because they have got confidence on me, one day or other, though not in this birth, one day or other they will come to the higher state of jnani by doing yoga sadhana. They are also good people, they are noble people, but among these four, the jnani tvatvayam ematam, I am the heart of the jnani, because he is praying himself within himself. So I am, he is thinking that I am transcendental, I am imperishable, I am the supreme, like that the imperishable, supreme, eternal being I am. In that way, the jnani is always doing sadhana and trying to know within me. Trying to know within himself about me. That is about jnani. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapachyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. This is also very important. Very important. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapachyate. Jnani, after getting so many births, he will know about me. And after knowing about me, he will know that I am everywhere, all pervading. I am omnipotent, I am omniscient, I am omnipresent. So, like that, he will become that. Here, our Gurudev used to question one thing. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapajyate. Who is this jnani? Is he the theoretical jnani or the practical jnani? When he is a practical jnani, there is no use of, there is no question of getting bahunam janmanam. There is no question of getting so many births. Here, our Gurudev specifically clarified that this jnani means theoretical jnanis only. That is not the fourth part of the worshippers, the first three, among the first three, the Jijnasu, second variety, they will come under these Jnanis. The Bahunam Janamante, Jnanavan Mam Prabhajate. All these theoretical Jnanis, they will have so many number of births, but during the number of births, they will again do something. That they will do something, not simply by knowing this Atma Jnanam, they will have to do practically something. That is Satkarma Pavipakato, Bhunam Janmanamante, Jnana Runam Mokshecha Jayate, Tata Sadguru Masricha, Chirakala Sevayat, Bandhat Mokshat, Kaschit Prayachate. That is in Paingala Upanishad says, Satkarma Paripakato, after doing so many Satkarmas, that is the arranging organization, do good karmas pertaining, relating to the spiritual organizations, doing service. So all these will come under Satkarmas. Satkarmas, and not only that, there are thinking about God, that is Machintanam, Matkadanam, Anyonyam, Tatprabodhanam, Yetadeka Paratmancha, Jnanabhyasam, Vidurbadha. Like that, they will be going on thinking about me, doing service. All this will come under Satkarmas. After doing Satkarmas, so many Paripakato, after maturing, Satkarma Paripakato, Bahunam Janmanamante, Nunam Yakshiksha Jayate. After they are fulfilling all these things only, some people will have discrimination power, then he will try to know, try to concentrate upon this salvation, that is moksha itcha. They will try to seek the salvation. They will, then only they will done speaking అయిపోయింది. Then only Satkarma Paripagato, Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanavan, Runam Mokshecha Jayate, Tada Sadguru Manasicha, then he will seek a guru and he will take shelter of the guru, and Sadguru Chirakala Sevaya, doing seva to him, service to him, Bandhat Mokshat Kachit Prayachate. So, only some people get succeeded in getting salvation. So see the rarity. That's why this chapter is very difficult. Paramatma says, and after doing so many satkarmas, doing service to spiritual organizations and other things, he will get again one birth of human being. After getting human birth, he will get this yogam. Ultimately, he will have to get this yogam. That is told in Yoga Sikopanishad. That is Janmantaraischa bihi bahuvir yogo jnanena labhyate jnanam tu janmanaikena yoga deva prajayate. After getting so many births, one and in last birth, this jnani, this theoretical jnani, this jnani, after having done so many services and satkarmas, he will get this yogam, and with that yogam, he will get the practical spiritual knowledge. So there are so many steps to reach this. In that way, Yadatam api siddhanam kachinmam veti tattvataha, Paramatma says, these are the so many steps. Janmantaraischa bhavir yogo jnanena labhyate jnananta janmanaikena yoga deva prajayate. By means of yoga only, he will get the practical spiritual knowledge. With that only, Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. That great soul is very rare. He alone can understand that I am everywhere. Vasudeva sarvamiti. I am everywhere, in every part of the. That means not even the minutest particle of the matter. I am beyond that particle also. I am Satchidanandam. In that way, he will get moksham. Rest of the people who don't know, do this correct method of doing sadhana, that is yoga sadhana. Rest of the people, they will be resorting for other methods. कामैः तैः हृतज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवता तं तं नियमास्ताय प्रकृत्या नीता स्वयाः. Depending upon their desires, depending upon their nature, they will be resorting to worship the other gods, the other devas, the other celestials. According to their rights, they will observe they will adopt the rights, that is, what are the norms and principles pertaining to that ritual, they will be adopting. And that way, according to their desire, according to their nature, they will be resorting to different varieties of devatas, that is celestials. This is now what most of the world is doing now, that is resorting, worshipping the other gods. But he is contrasting, he is telling, कामैः तैः हृदज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवता तं तं नृणीमास्ताय प्रकृत्या नीता स्वयाः. यो यो यां यां तनुभक्त श्रद्धयाच्युतमिच्छति तस्य तस्य अचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विददाम्यहम्. For those people, whoever maybe, that means whatsoever he worships the God, whoever the person worships, and whatsoever the deity may be, but I am sanctioning them faith, the Shraddha, for such and such people. That means I am not at all discarding them, but indirectly I am giving utmost faith to them to worship their own deities. In that way, they are indirectly worshipping me. But at present, they are worshipping with their original nature and aspiring for their desires, fulfilling for their desire, they are worshipping the deities. Sataya pradhaya shraddhaya yuktasya aradhana mehate labhate cha tatoh kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan. Sataya shraddhaya yuktasya aradhana mehate. With that faith and confidence on the deities, they will be getting those riches or possession, that is through those deities. But mind you, I am ordaining them only without my knowledge, without my consent, and without my existence, and without my source. All these deities can never sanction anything to the people who are worshipping. Indirectly, I am sanctioning them only, but the people who are worshipping them, they think that the other deities are sanctioning all these things. But I am ordaining them to sanction the